gonna tell you something right now. Playoff Dame is not real. Never has been. Playoff Dame is a myth.
We're gonna be with OG and Obi. It's not even close for the 76ers. It's not even close.
All right, so to start off, let's get into our NBA playoff predictions. We're a little bit late. Cavs Magic just wrapped up, and Timberwolves Suns is about to hit halftime. But I'm gonna get into it anyway. We're gonna start with Celtics Heat. Brian, who do you got?
Man, I got the Heat. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's the joke of the day. Celtics for sure. I think we spoke about this before, how Celtics just got too deep of a team. You know,
They're too good.
Two all-NBA type players, Brown, Tatum. Tatum, when he feels like it, we know he can be inconsistent, but we all know he's an all-star.
The thing is, they're so deep. He control, and this.
And they will still win. Porzingis, Drew Holiday. Come on, that's like an all-NBA team.
Don't forget my guy, Derek White.
I thought you were gonna say Al Horford.
No, I'm not. I'm a Sixers fan. I'll mess with Al Horford, but Derek White's my guy.
He was getting all-star picks.
I think he should have
been an all-star.
He's not an all-star game type player.
His game is not. He's
an all-star game. He's gonna score 2 points.
2 free throws.
But no, he's that type of guy. He gets everything done for them. If Jason Tatum could average 12 points a game this series, and I'm still gonna say Celtics in 4. Give me Celtics in 4.
Okay.
They're too deep. This is the best regular season only. This is the best team we've seen since that James Harden MVP Rockets year.
Okay, I'll take.
Because it's tied. I'm pretty sure it's tied for the most wins in a regular season since then, and they're just so deep. I don't know if there's been a team this deep since even like the KD Warriors. It's deep.
Okay.
They got you. I remember we was talking about. You were saying Peyton Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard, he has a bag.
That's their 10th guy though.
That's true. He barely gets playing time. Actually,
they got so many players. Miami with no Jimmy, by the way. There's just no chance. This game, Game 4 in Miami, that's a wrap.
Yeah, the only thing I feel like we always say, like, oh, the Celtics always have a deep roster. This might be the better teams in the past couple of years. And then they always get disappointed in the later rounds of the playoffs. But I feel like this year is different. Of course, this Heat team has no Jimmy Butler. He's out with an ankle sprain as well, or MCL sprain. So, yeah, without Jimmy Butler, there's just no way you can win. Playoff Jimmy is different. We all know that. He showed it last year. He took the Celtics by surprise. We all know that. But, yeah, I got them winning at least one game. Power of friendship, as Ruhan quotes it. I think they'll take one game. Jaquez, Hero, Adebayo.
Heat culture.
The Heat culture, Eric Spoelstra's culture. They'll align for just one game. I feel like that's just being generous. I don't think they'll get a sweep. But, yeah, Celtics in 5.
All right. Next up, we got Cavs Magic. Like we said, Game 1 just wrapped up. Cavs took it 97-83. Magic made it kind of close in the fourth quarter, but the Cavs did pull away. What's your take in that series?
Yeah, I got the Cavs. We all seen that experience beats young talent 99% of the time. This Magic team kind of reminds me of last year's Kings team, where they're young, they had a good seeding, but they couldn't beat even that lower seeded Warriors team. I feel like it's really a resemblance. Of course, I'm not comparing anyone on the Cavs to Stephen Curry, but definitely I do see the Cavs taking this. I'll take them in 5 games. Look, you have Donovan Mitchell, who, you know, he's having a really great year. You have Evan Mobley as well. You have the defense, you have the offense, of course. Compared to the Magic, they're definitely just the better squad. Paolo Banchero has dropped 240 pieces this season, 1 being against the Cavs. So he definitely is capable of, you know, taking over a game, especially as we've seen already against the Cavs, but he can't do that over a whole series. So, Ruhan, what's your take?
I'm going to say the same thing, Cavs in 5. Like you talked about experience, obviously, Cavs experience, Warriors experience, it's not the same. But
of course, yeah.
This Cavs team is just built for the playoffs more than the Magic are. The Magic are not built for the playoffs.
No X factor besides Banchero.
I agree. I like Franz. Franz can get you here and there.
yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
But he's not a guy who's going to put up 30, 40 a night.
Yeah.
Take you to a series
Agreed.
win. I think Paolo, maybe a couple explosions, he takes this to 6, but I'm going to say Cavs in 5. If you look at the Game 1 already, I think Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Mo Wagner combined and 40. They shot 20 of 40.
Wow.
Everybody else on the team shot 8 of 46. They don't have enough guys who are going to step up. This team, they got here on defense. Don't let the old heads tell you different. Defense does not win you championships in 2024. Offense wins you championships. They have enough to go for ban defensively
for ban.
with the Cavs. They got Mobley, one of the best defensive
Yep.
players in the game.
Jarrett Allen, people will forget about him too.
Lights may be too bright though.
Saw it last year against the Knicks. You already know my Knicks.
Jarrett Allen's good, but yeah, the Cavs have too much. We saw Mitchell had 30, Mobley had 16. And I think all of them were in the first half pretty much. So he had a great game.
Yeah.
Jarrett Allen at 16. Darius Garland had kind of an off night, but still 14 points, 8 assists. This is the Timu series. We're not gonna see it drop 100 points in this series. But yeah, I gotta go Cavs in 5. This team is the Magic are a year or two away from being one of the best teams in the East.
Yeah.
2024 is not their year. Cavs gonna take this one. They're gonna head to Boston for the second round.
Yeah. Like additionally to that, I feel like whoever wins this round is gonna get eliminated next round. So it's really
lamb
is
to
that
the slaughter.
Timu series caught us on that.
Boston is a buzzsaw. But yeah, we'll go to the other side of the bracket. Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers. Who do you got here? Keep in mind, Giannis is not gonna play the first game, at least, probably the first few.
I'm gonna pick a sleeper pick right here. I'm gonna take the Bucks, and I know this is not popular opinion because Giannis is out. But look, give me playoff Dame, Middleton. Give me Middleton. Give me Brook Lopez. Y'all forgetting Brook Lopez is a really quality center. He could shoot. He could really do it all, to be honest, for his age, of course. So you really got a solid team. So I feel like even the bench, it's not the better team when they had DiVincenzo, of course, when they had much deeper bench. But I still got them taking this. Of course, I'm really that experienced guy. I feel like experience really weighs it here. This is Halliburton's first playoff series. It is, right?
I'll double check that, but I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah, it should be Halliburton's first playoff series. So we saw that, of course, the play-in tournament is nothing compared to the playoffs, but I feel like the lights can get too bright for Halliburton. He choked against the Lakers in that play-in tournament, if you guys didn't forget. So I got
choked.
Well, yeah, they did. I feel like they did.
He took him there.
He took them there, but he couldn't finish the job. That's what I'm saying. So I got the Bucks winning this in 6 games. That's my hot take right now. 6 games, Bucks. You're gonna come back to this and you're gonna see that the Bucks are gonna take it.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Playoff Dame is not real. Never has been. Playoff Dame is a myth.
We're gonna be in the edit soon.
Listen,
Watch.
the last time he made the playoffs was, I'm trying to remember here. Was it the year after the bubble? I think.
Yeah.
Year after the bubble, they lost in 6 to Denver. That was the year they lost to Denver.
That was a good Denver team, though.
And he played very well in that series. He had one of the best playoff games of all time. He had 12 threes, I think, in one of the games, and they lost. Wasn't his fault. Every other year, he has been hot ass. He is not, playoff Dame is not real. I'm looking at his numbers right now. His career shooting percentage in the playoffs is 41. He shoots actually pretty good from 3, I'll give him that. But he shoots 44% from 2 in the playoffs.
Okay.
We can't have that. I mean, look at, first of all, we remember that year they got swept to the Pelicans. That was some disgusting
we don't talk about that
to watch. He did not play well against the Lakers in the bubble. He played well every other game.
All right. I'm not factoring the bubble.
He did not play well in the bubble. He did not play well in the bubble.
Okay.
He did well that one year they took him to the Western Conference Finals. But, I mean, the 2 years before that he got swept. I mean, these numbers are atrocious. 19 points per game, 35% from the field against the Pelicans. And this year is the worst we've seen from Damian Lillard in quite some time. He wasn't great, I think it was 2 years ago with the Blazers, but he was injured a lot of that year.
And his team was pretty bad too.
They were really bad, yeah. Last year he was amazing, probably the best statistical year of his career.
Horrible team again.
Yeah, Blazers did not give him in anything. But obviously you can't run from the grind. But
that gets old quick.
Yeah. He's not the same player this year for whatever reason. I don't know how you average less assists playing with Giannis, but nah, I can't take the Bucks without Giannis. If they had Giannis, I would have said Bucks in 6 or 7. I'm gonna say Pacers at 7. Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton has been some dookie since he's come back from his injury. It's not been amazing, but I gotta go Pacers in 6. I just don't see. I mean, we saw them without Giannis last year against an 8 seed. They look lost. Even with Giannis, they look kind of lost. Cannot pick the Bucks. Give me Pacers, 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely debatable. Yeah, that's my hot take. I got the Bucks. You can't go wrong against the Bucks. They got a team.
You cannot pick Doc Rivers in the playoffs. I'm a Sixers fan. I will never pick Doc Rivers in the playoffs. It is an absolute tragedy watching him coach in the playoffs.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. All right, let's move on. This is the best series right now. And yeah, I'm
we're
biased
gonna be at Game 4.
because we're going to cover Game 4. So tune in for that.
Be there live.
So who you got, Ruhan? Don't be biased because you know who's gonna win.
Listen, I'm gonna try and not be biased.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Sixers in 6.
Oh my! Yeah, I heard this, bro. Oh my.
Listen, Embiid did not look good. in the playing game until the fourth quarter. He went pretty crazy,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he did not look amazing. I'll say that. Since he's come back from injury, though, he has been on a minutes restriction, to be fair, but
Yeah.
he has been every bit as good as you could have expected a guy coming off what he came off of. And he's obviously, before he got injured, he was having a generational season.
Yeah.
One of the best seasons ever.
Yeah.
36 points a game before he got hurt.
No debate there. Yeah.
But even in the games since he's come back, he's been shooting. He shot in the last 6 games I think he played in the regular season. He shot, or 5 games. He shot 13 to 27 from 3 for a 7-footer. Plus, we know he's one of the most dominant post players we've seen in a very long time.
Sure.
He leads the NBA in mid-range shooting percentage, if I'm not mistaken. He can score at all levels. He's become a great passer this year. He's averaging 6 assists per game. He had 6 assists in the play-in against Miami. Obviously, we know what he can do on defense. I don't think he gets enough credit. If he's close to that level that he was in the games returning from injury, Sixers going to take the series. If he plays like he did against Miami, Knicks are going to take it 6 or 7 games. The Sixers will have no answer for Jalen Brunson. I've come to accept that right now. The Knicks, they run so many high-action pick and rolls. Even if we double Brunson, he's good enough to use
So many
those.
playmakers on that team.
He's good. Brunson's good enough to be able to use those actions to his advantage and get out of those situations and create his own shots and create shots for others. Even without Randall, he is an incredible playmaker. But I think we have the depth this year more than we've ever had. We saw fourth quarter, thank God, Batum in against the Miami. Tyrese Maxey is the front runner for most improved player. He's going to have a great series.
Yep.
Embiid is obviously the main guy. Oh, forgot to mention Kelly Oubre. He's been incredible.
Underrated. Yeah.
I think he's averaging 20 points per game in the last month. He's been amazing. If Embiid is close to 100%, we're going to take this series. If not, then I would say Knicks in 6. But I do expect Embiid to be at that level, barring our usual playoff injury luck. But as it stands, Sixers in 6.
Look, regular season Embiid isn't the same as playoff Embiid.
But now he's healthy in the playoffs.
Playoff Embiid is a different player than regular season Embiid. Regular season Embiid is a whole different animal. But look, first of all, he's not 100% right now. He's definitely still dealing with that injury. He's
Did
70
you see
80%.
him in the last 6 games? He was.
Yeah. Well, he looked a
hooping.
little banged up in the playing game because he looked a little banged up in this most recent matchup. So look, I got the Knicks in 6, contrary to Ruhan's belief, because he's being a little biased right now because he's not factoring in. He's not factoring in Jalen Brunson, the best point guard in the NBA.
Whoa,
no debate.
whoa,
No debate.
whoa.
Look at that. Best point guard in the
Luka's
NBA.
a point guard. Jay's a point guard.
Okay, Luka is more of like a shooting guard, I feel, because they're playing Kyrie at the point. They're playing Kyrie at the point.
Shay's a point guard.
But Shay's the only debate, but it's still Jalen Brunson right now. Because look, he's carrying that Knicks team without Julius Randle.
That's a deep team.
And OG Anunoby for most of the season, and he's held it down.
What I like about the series is that the Knicks are, I think, 20-3, 21-3 with OG.
21-3.
The Sixers are 32-8 with Embiid, and when it's all big three, no Tobias Harris, Embiid, Maxey, and Oubre. When it's the big three playing, 27-5, I think. It's going to be a pretty interesting matchup of 2 teams that are a lot better than their record suggests.
Exactly that, especially with the 76ers. I got to give them props where they do deserve it. With Embiid, earlier on that season, they looked like a whole different team. Like, no one to stop. I was
on
thinking
a Boston pace with Embiid.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like they were
And
on
you guys
that
are on that
Boston
pace
level.
with OG.
And with Magic. If we had Randall, I never thought I would say this. If we had Randall...
No, it's helping you. Trust me.
Well, people
He
be
shoots
saying
like
that. Look,
20%.
I'm not a Randall
I'm
hater.
not. Yeah, I love Julius Randle,
Yeah, I
but
think he brought us back. He really brought us back. But
He's
anyway,
tough,
in the
but
playoffs, of course,
playoff
he's been a stinker. But look, with OG and Obi, it's not even close for the 76ers. It's not even
Randall's low-key Kendrick Perkins the green light.
Quote that. Y'all see that?
I said that about Embiid last year.
That is crazy. Embiid is crazy. But yeah, Knicks in 6, 76ers in 6. We're going to be at game 4, so you're going to see exactly when the Knicks blow out the 76ers.
In Wells, you're not blowing us out.
We'll see that.